My name is Natalie, and today I'm going to be sharing the weird knickknacks that I have on my bookshelf. As you can see, I have new lights going from the top of my bookshelf all the way to the bottom, and also in other parts of my room. This new feature, I believe, brings out something a little special and even a little magical to the way that the bookshelf stands and the way that it's, presented. And I just thought it was really cool. Anyway, we're going to start talking about the little things that you've been probably seeing in these videos, but probably never knew what they were. The first shelf on my bookshelf features some fun things kind of from around different parts of the world, and also just some things that are really important to me. Over the past few years, I've been collecting things to put on my bookshelf, shelves, so that way it would be more interesting than just books and kind of make it more a vibrant type of scene. The first thing I'm going to be showing you is this little pot thing. And if you can see, it has what they call hoodoos, and they're kind of native to Utah's Bryce Canyon, but they could probably be found a lot of other places. And this is a hand-painted little thing made by actual tribes that are around that area, which is really cool. The second thing that I have on this shelf is a little Pegasus kind of figurine type thing. This is kind of a new addition to my shelves, but I have had it for a very long time, if you can't tell by it. And basically, I put this on my shelf to remind me where my first inspirations came from. When I was younger, I really liked playing with stuffed animals and with these little figurine things, especially My Little Pony. And I became fascinated with the ways that I could tell stories through them and just kind of their whole experience of, creating stories based on something that was already in front of me. And I look back now, and these kind of were my first inspirations. So I have this as a memory on my shelf of something that really inspired me, and hopefully one day I will write a story about her, but it'll be that she's a human with the name Pegasus, with someone with pink hair. So if you ever see that in the future, you'll know where that came from. The next thing on my shelf travels all the way from San Diego, California. It's a little snow globe with a little, orca in it. This is a gift from my dad that he brought back for me, and so I keep it on my shelf. The last thing on the shelf is a brand new addition from just a few days ago, and that is this little canvas that says, "Reading is dreaming with open eyes." This was a gift from a friend, and I thought a very cute gesture and definitely something that belongs here rather than anywhere else. My next shelf starts with a canvas that says Hufflepuff. This is my Hogwarts house, and though Hufflepuffs are kind of looked down upon and are seen as not really the best house, I definitely am very true to my house, and I love being a Hufflepuff, and if there's anyone who's watching this that's a Hufflepuff, please comment below, and it'll be great. We could have a Hufflepuff community. The next little knickknack on my shelf is this little tree. It's made out of gemstones, and it has a little basket that has more gemstones in it. It's just really cute and really gives a magical feel, and that's why it's on my shelf. The next thing on my shelf is a Mustang Plane. I believe it is a P-51. If you know anything about planes, cool. If you don't, this is a type of World War II fighter plane. The reason I have it on my shelf, I cannot really say, but I made this out of those kits that you can get in the store that are like the metal things that you can put together. And another reason that it's going to continue to be on my shelf is I plan on writing a story called I Will Guard My Flying Heart, and this is kind of going to be the central theme of the book. Basically, there is a young, young adult whose name is Craig Christian, and he has a heart defect, but he really wants to fly planes, and that's his dream. But currently he is a guard at a prison, and I just think that keeping this here will remind me of the inspiration that even in hard times, still dream that you can fly. The next thing on my shelf is this little statue. Her name is Misty. I'm super into dragons. I love a lot of things that have to do to dragons and things that basically don't exist. I think that this came from my big craze with How to Train Your Dragon, and I just love them. So if you like dragons, you can comment about them below. The last thing on this shelf is a very special bookmark from a friend that says, "Don't judge a book by its movie." I have this next to my Percy Jackson books as a reminder. The next thing I have on my shelf is these little miniature clay versions of the Harry Potter books. A friend made these for me, and I thought I would store them very appropriately next to the real Harry Potter books. On this next shelf, I also have a little plaque, I guess you could say, that says, "Live, love, bark." I love dogs, I love animals. Animals were actually my first love before books, and for a long time I thought I was going to be a veterinarian, and I kind of found out what happens when you have to learn how to kind of be a doctor, and I was like, nah, now writing is my passion. But I love this. The next thing on this shelf is a little, I guess, stone, you could say, or piece of really cool gemstone type of thing. And on top of it is a little train that has real gems from, I guess, this place where it came from. And it's just really cool and really pretty, and that's why I have it. The next thing on the shelf was featured in a previous video, and that is Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon. This little figurine can do a few cool things, such as open its wings, and there is a button on here somewhere that makes it do that function. But as you can see, it has this little thing like in the movie where they have the, I guess, ice that hits it. It has Toothless's tail, and overall it's just very interactive and very fun. And I love it, and I love Toothless a lot. I love How to Train Your Dragon, and it's just very special to me, so I have it on my shelf. The last thing on this shelf is a little toy model of the Black Pearl. I again made this from one of the little kits that you can get. I believe they're called Metal Earth. They're super cool, and they take a lot of work to put together. There are different levels of hardness in these things, but if you're kind of like a handy person and you like to make things, this is a really cool option that you can do, and you can say, "I made this," and then have this super cool figurine. I also kind of really love Pirates of the Caribbean in a strange way. Will Turner was probably one of my first celebrity crushes. I know that's not his real name, but that's the name of the person in the movie. And it's just really fun and really silly, and this is a really cool little boat. On this last shelf, I have a candle that I recently just got. It's just a vanilla candle, and hopefully I will get to use it in future videos. Ooh. The next thing on this last shelf is a statue of a unicorn horse. I forget what the name of this actually is, but basically this is from the very first book that I wrote that was not my own characters. Basically when I was younger, and this is in the book that I actually wrote, we played this game, and it was called The Animal Wars, and basically it was kind of like a Maleficent spin-off, but we pretended that we were different characters, and I was this one. My name was Maleficent, and I was this horse that was granted wings and a horn that could detect evil. So basically this is saying you are a writer and you can do it. The last little thing on this shelf is this really cute dragon. I already said I really love dragons, but look, it's so cute! You may have also noticed that there are a significant amount of things on the top of my bookshelf. The first of these being this, a gift from one of my friends that says, "Natalie, feel free to enjoy the wonder of books," and it's basically me with books in my head, which is kind of the truth, to be completely honest. It was a really nice gift, and I've kept it on my shelf probably longer than a lot of the books on here. It's just been really special to me, and it's definitely a big inspiration and kind of really shows who I am as a person, so thanks! Another sweet thing that I received on this shelf is something that says Sisters in Heart. It's just a really nice thing that I keep up there to remind me of friends and remind me kind of what I stand for. From the same friend who gave me the Sisters in Heart, I also received this Minerva McGonagall cat statue. It's still in the box, and I kind of plan to keep it that way at this point. It's just really cute, and I really like it. The next thing on top is this model of Athena. It's really cool, and it has an owl, and she's really detailed, and just looks super epic. Right behind that statue of Athena, I have this pillow that says Camp Half-Blood, Cabin 6. It's really amazing, and it kind of all goes together as a theme. I really love Percy Jackson, and if this is the first video that you're seeing of me, definitely go check out some of my Percy Jackson non-spoiler reviews, and hopefully spoiler reviews in the future. A lot of my friends say I would definitely be part of the Athena cabin because she is the goddess of wisdom if I was in that world, and she really likes, she's a book person, and I'm a book person, and I just think that this all kind of ties together with the bookshelf feel. The last thing that's kind of hidden on my top bookshelf, but is definitely a part of my life, is a make and model that I made of my bookshelf. Whoop. On this little bookshelf, I made tons of small, tiny copies of all the books that I really enjoy, as well as some of my own books. As you can see, there are some of the titles that I have that I've written and published. There's also a thing that says "to be continued," which symbolizes that I will have more books in the future that I will write. Also coming out of the bookshelf is a lot of fun things, such as different references, think specifically Wicked is Good, this little thing of the Selection Crown, the Lunar Chronicles down there, if you can see there's a trident in there, and probably my favorite, the How to Train Your Dragon tail kind of popping out. There's also a little cup here that says Muggle, I believe, and this is from the Red Queen. All of these books can come out of the shelf. They all have painted covers and backs, as well as little barcodes. This is a really special thing that I made, and I really think it was really creative and fun, and hopefully you think it's kind of cool too. Anyway, that's basically it on my shelf, and the little shelf, and I hope to share more book reviews soon. Bye!